policing the police every single day, and doing what the Charlotte County Sun newspaper and local TV stations won't do every single day.
Service wreck.
Hey! Thank you very much, sir. Bye. Hi, caller.
Yeah, did you see that article in the paper? They fired that Charlotte County Sheriff worker for a racist comment.
Oh, yeah? Who was it?
It was that, believe it or not, this is Ian related. Ian recorded that one receptionist, and she said, "You can't record me." So her black friend messaged her and said, "You don't have an expectation of privacy." And she said something to the effect, "Shut up, you black."
No, the Facebook comment. Yes.
That is correct. I called the victim.
Okay.
He had to move from Charlotte County because the harassment from being black, walking all black, riding a motorcycle all black, was so bad, he had to move from Charlotte County. He's lived in Texas for 5 years and never had a problem.
God bless Texas.
Sounds like you have mental problems.
He had secret hidden cameras all over the women's bathroom.
Can you show me?
This report here.
Racist comment she made off the clock. Thanks for sticking with us for local coverage at 6:30. I'm Patrick Nolan.
And I'm Jane Monreal. According to the sheriff's investigation, she called someone on Facebook derogatory names. But that clerk says she's not racist. Fox 4's Rachel Lloyd's at the sheriff's office tonight with the Internal Affairs report. Rachel?
This report here says Rachel Yerger claims calling the Facebook friend ignorant and black was her best response to his message about a public recording. Arlen Wood says he was trying to educate Rachel Yerger in a Facebook message, saying as a public employee, you waive your expectations of privacy.
Stop recording me.
He was referring to this video of Yerger now posted on YouTube, telling someone to stop recording her at a sheriff's office, directing him to their policy. But Wood told her federal law overrides that. She responded, "You are ignorant. I'm saying you're ignorant and black."
I would have never assumed that she would ever say something like that, especially not directly to me.
Wood lives in Texas now, but went to Charlotte High School with Yerger. Wood called me to say he never thought of her as a racist person until now.
There are a lot more openly racist people today than there were when I was in high school.
The report says Yerger told investigators she's not racist, but Wood says he's not buying it based on her choice of words.
And the way they're broken down just kind of implies that what she's really getting at, which is ultimately using a derogatory term such as the N-word.
Former police chief and private investigator Walt Zalisco says even though Yerger was off duty when she said that, he believes the sheriff's office handled the situation appropriately.
Police officers, clerical workers, and law enforcement agencies, they are subject to review of their social media. And anything that is derogatory on there can be a cause for disciplinary action and including termination.
And the office says they decided to terminate Yerger because her actions go against their core values and reflect poorly on her. In Charlotte County, Rachel Lloyd, Fox 4, in your corner.
Thanks, Rachel. Tonight, 4 people are facing charges.
Copwatch, policing the police every single day, and doing what the Charlotte County Sun newspaper and local TV stations won't do every single day. Hey, Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Copwatch, and I half admit and half don't admit that Ann Easker from the Charlotte County Sun newspaper that you should wipe your ass with beat me to this story, but that's because the sheriff is illegally preventing me from getting these stories by charging me a fee. And we found out, and not her. Isn't that weird? I usually do stories on internal investigations. I'm the ones that turn the paper on to doing stories on them, and look at that. They're doing stories on them. Isn't that weird? So actually, I did get it online before she did. It's in Leo Affairs. I can prove it, but whatever. So let me get into the story. This is what she didn't do. I did call the victim. Internal Affairs Investigation, IA, Rachel Yeager. She worked for the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, and this is interesting. Ian McGuire is still making a difference at the Charlotte County, in Charlotte County. This is shocking. This lady was in Ian McGuire's video. In fact, actually, I'll go get that too, by the way. And she said, "You can't film me." And he said, "Of course I can." And then they illegally trespassed him from there. And he did have the right to film her. So that was messed up. So a guy that used to go to school with Rachel Yeager, he's got a little bit of a black man in him, which who cares? He's a human being. Contacted her online and said, you don't have any expectation of privacy. And here she is. She's like, "Excuse me." By the way, I got the screen grabs. Ann Easker didn't. And like I said, I talked to the victim. "You're ignorant. Haha. Maybe you can tell you should get more educated." Wow. And then here's the good one right here that got her busted and fired. So this all started with Ian McGuire's video. What do you know? He helped to get another racist bitch from the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office fired. And so they got into it and lots of laughs. "I'm saying you're ignorant and black." I think she has taken her page down. I could not find it, but I will do a screen read. This could be a long one. But here it is too. This is another thing that they're hardly giving me any of. They gave it to Ann Easker. Isn't that weird? This is the disciplinary. Yeah, she is fired. But again, like I say, and all of his friends were pissed, man. Look at that. 89 comments, 5 shares, 29 more comments. And yeah, his friends were pissed over this crap. So, I actually called him, and here's the, this is buried though, by the way. This is way back in the paper. I actually called him, and here's the sad part. He said this shit has went on for years. He literally had to move from this area because the racism would not stop. Basically, walking while black, you would be harassed. Riding your bicycle while black, you would be harassed. Riding your motorcycle while harassed. While riding your motorcycle, you'd be harassed. I think he said he did have a car for a little bit, and he was harassed. He literally had to fucking leave, and he moved to Texas, and isn't that weird? He doesn't have a problem anymore. What the fuck's up with that? So, yeah, that's what I did that Ann Easker did not do her job and do, which she should have. Then she would have got the whole story. This shit's been going on for years. So, yeah, if you can find Rachel Yeager, tell her that she's all over online and she's a racist bitch. And a fat one at that. I remember this video. Like I said, I'm going to go out and get the video. And I'm going to do a screen read. It was pretty good. Maybe I won't, though. She admitted, I don't know, whatever. It's fucked up. Just do it. Just this. Yeah, the video where Ian recorded her, you'll see what we're talking about. And but yeah, she was busted. You guys can ask for this. You can ask for the disciplinary. You can ask for the internal affairs. And I highly recommend you do. So, what do you know? Ian McGuire is still making an effect even while in jail and soon to be prison. Wow. Remember when our founding father said, "Take a goddamn country back, and you are a frog in a pot, and the water is gone, and you are frying. Get the hell out and fight."
Hi, Ian.
How are we doing today?
Good. Can you please stop recording me?
You're a public servant and you have an expectation of privacy.
But
And I'm here for a legitimate purpose. I'm trying to make a public records request, and I'd like to file a complaint against an officer.
I would like you to stop recording me, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I would like a lot of things from the sheriff's office I don't get.
Well, if you don't, you'll be trespassed.
Ma'am, I just want to make a public records request and file a complaint against an officer that would not give me his name.
We can't do anything until you stop recording, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I have a right to document my encounters with public officials.
Okay, hold on one moment. Ian, do you have a copy of these?
I noticed you have number 7 highlighted there.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's audio or videotaping
Oh.
inside of Charlotte building.
Oh, have you heard of Smith versus City of Cummings, Georgia?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay. It says that the public has a First Amendment right to collect matters of a public interest and document what public officials do on a public property, which is what I'm doing right now because I'm here for a legitimate business. Probably supersedes that little county ordinance. Are you gonna process my public records request and my complaint?
No, unfortunately I can't right now.
Oh, why not?
Because you're recording me and I don't wish to be recorded.
Well, you shouldn't work for the public then.
Okay.
You gave up your expectation of privacy when you became a public employee.
Okay.
It was my tax money pays you, so I have a right to understand what you do on my behalf and how you do it.
But you know the rules.
Are those rules really legitimate?
Yes, you were trespassing.
I don't think they are. Well, just because you guys want to be Nazis and ignore what the law is, doesn't make it right.
Yeah, but you want to be you already trespassed from our other office for the same thing you're doing right
I know. And all it's going to do is make my lawsuit against the sheriff's office that much more stronger.
Okay, well.
Because all I want to do is make my public records request and file a complaint on an officer that refused to give me his name per your guys' policy.
Okay, well, you can do the public records request online and.
But then I'd have to do it in writing. I can't be forced to make it in writing.
Okay, well,
I want to make it verbally and have you guys process it.
I'll be with you in a few minutes.
Okay, well thank you. Can I get your name and position with the sheriff's office?
I'm sorry, what?
And what's your name and position with the sheriff's office, ma'am?
My name is Rachel Yerger and I'm a district clerk.
Thank you.
How are you today?
Good. Are you gonna?
Hey, Sheriff County, this is Sheriff County Copwatch. I am using any video here with under fair use if you have criticism, reporting, teaching, etc. And please donate. I do not make money from YouTube, and there are different ways to donate in the video links. Thanks.